Like, share, subscribe, guys. Make sure you're tuning in every morning at 6:55 to my drive into work. And we're going to recap, just the weekend shenanigans, okay? We're going to recap some of that. So, to start out, let's go ahead and start out with a good word for you guys. You don't always need a plan. Sometimes you just need to breathe, trust, let go, and see what happens. And you want to have faith with that as well. So, so sometimes you just got to step out on faith and see where it goes. You know the plan. Your body, your spirit, everything always know a plan, right? You let God do the rest. But that's a good word, yo. So just to run that again, you don't always need a plan. Sometimes you need to just breathe, trust, and let go and see where things go. Agree. Alright, so this weekend, or last night rather, late, Danielle Perkins, Claressa Shields. As promised, Claressa folded her. That's a strong lady. She folded Danielle Perkins. Danielle Perkins was 5-0, former WNBA, heavyweight. She weighed in at 177. She's 6 foot. She had the reach and the reach advantage and also the weight advantage. Claressa weighed in, I think, at 173, but she's like 5'8". Now, literally at the, Claressa can throw some MMA moves in there sometimes. So Danielle definitely caught a few elbows. She definitely caught some of those MMA moves. But at the end, I will say Claressa folded her fair and square. She buckled her knees on the 10th round, but Claressa talks really tough, but she could have went in and finished Danielle at that point, but she didn't. She didn't finish her, and she could have. Honestly, you do all that training and whoop-de-whoop, she should have just finished her at that point. But she literally at the last 10 seconds of the 10th round, she buckled Danielle's shit. She had those big knees buckled. Anybody else, she would have taken them out. And literally, if Danielle would have followed, Danielle being bigger, she was slower. Claressa is powerful and a strong girl. Danielle needed to follow up with more. She would throw one jab slowly, and she didn't follow up. Sometimes when she would throw her jab, Claressa was open. If she just would have followed up, she would have had a better fight. Meaning she would have possibly got in there. But I still think Claressa showed Danielle some grace at the end. Because she could have went all the way in, because literally that right hook shook the girl to her core. Eyes rolled back in her head, knees buckled, about to go. All right, let's talk about Papoose. All right, so this is why you guys need to come back every morning. Get back in here every morning at 6:55. Why you're not checking this out? You guys, I'm leaving the floor open for you to even throw out your thoughts, what you think. You need to be, if you're not anywhere, you need to be in here every morning. Literally every morning. Even if you have some grievances to air out, you need to be here. and I'm going to talk about it for you. But let's talk about Papoose. I think him and Claressa are friends. I did not see the intimate part about it unless he's just a groupie. But literally, maybe she's groupieing over him because he brought her out on her fight last night, and he rapped his verse on "Touch It" with Busta Rhymes. I'm sorry, with Busta Rhymes. He rapped his verse on "Touch It." He being Papoose, and right before then, he entered her weigh-in, her final weigh-in with him, with her, and then just on some content shit, which he did not really seem like he was down for. I felt like he was running away from the camera a lot, but he definitely taught her how to tie her Timbs, because she being Claressa wore Timbs to pay homage to Brooklyn Danielle Perkins, letting her know she was gonna she's not from New York, but she was gonna put on her Timbs and go in on her, and she did. But Pap, he was down there. If you check out those videos that I posted, he was down there tying up Claressa's shoes for her. Just teaching her how, the proper way to tie, the shoes or whatever. So, the Timbs, because Timbs have a signature way that you're supposed to tie them. So, and you're supposed to leave the tongue out or whatever. But anyway, you guys tell me what you think about that. Pap, even when when they were coming out for the fight, she was rhyming his lyrics word from word. She know all of his songs, the songs that he sung as he was coming out, bringing her out. She was rapping, and which was to me, I saw that she's a big fan of his. She's a fan of Papoose. She's a fan of Remy, actually. She borrowed from Remy a little bit on her Fendi fur. I can tell that Pap is influencing Claressa a little bit, because definitely she was giving Remy Ma, for sure, from the Timbs to the Fendi trench coat, all that. That was definitely, so those DMs that Remy shared when it first came out that Claressa and Pap was together, that was real, when Claressa was asking Rem to style her and to kind of point her in the direction of who Rem's stylist was, and old girl picked it up. She picked it up and possibly snagged her man, but for some reason, I'm not even trying to be mean about it, I feel like Pap is not all the way into it. I think he really is a clout chaser, because he should have grabbed her and tongued her down before she got in the ring with Danielle Perkins, but he didn't. He gave her a very friendly church hug. Yeah, he gave her a very friendly church hug. I wanted more. I wanted him to, give Claressa more than a church hug, but he gave her a church hug, And even after the fight, when she won, gave her another church hug. Even if you didn't give her a kiss in the beginning, you should have gave her one after the win, but he didn't. So with those dynamics, maybe I might be able to run the fight back. Maybe I'll check now. But with those dynamics, I feel like I don't think they're item. right, we're gonna do a replay of this fight. I'm gonna go back to where Claressa came out.
The following program is recommended for those 16 and over, as it contains 40.
Whoop that trick, whoop that trick. That's how she came out, which is kind of dope. Okay, this is the little girl who played Claressa on her biopic. She actually sung the national anthem.
The stage is set.
Alright, I'm gonna write some of this fight.
Now, like we talked about, Claressa Shields has said that Perkins is the first fighter that she's encountered, a first prospective opponent that she saw in person, and she didn't see any fear. The Danielle Perkins journey in the 20th World Amateur was non-existent. Perkins struggles to get fights in.
I want to go right to Claressa coming out. Perkins
On Shields' undercards.
Came out
All of that changed when Shields moved up to heavyweight as well.
Perkins
And the
came
two
out
friends.
very demure because she knew she was about to get that ass beat. You feel me?
Achieving gold and bronze in the World Championships, and now as a professional, undefeated with 5 wins. 2 of her 5 wins coming by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the current WBC Silver Heavyweight Champion, Danielle Perkins.
Was non-existent. Perkins struggles to get fights in part because of her cards. But all of that changed when Shields moved up to heavyweight as well. And the two friends frankly decided that they need one another. Tonight, Perkins hopes to go. And Claressa Shields believed the contract weight was 175.
Trying to get to Claressa coming out with Pat. I'll run that.
Like this morning, I was told about having Danielle Perkins weigh in, trying to 195 pounds, so she is going to commit to this fight as the significantly bigger woman.
I keep going past that. Here we go. Now, this is where Claressa showed admiration for him. She rapping her ass off to his music. I'm gonna call her a fan. Get ready for the awkward hug. Is she ready to give it to him?
Well, there could be a direct of the fire inside. It would probably include this scene, returning home to fight for the undisputed heavyweight title. A reality that, like everything else in her life, Claressa Shields created out of sheer will.
All right, family.
From the silver screen to perhaps...
So there it is. Check it out. Come back. Fuck with me every day driving into work. Because I want to hear what's going on as well. Y'all hear me?